Well, another week, another SmackDown episode, carried by Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and the Bloodline storyline. It's becoming a regular occurrence. It's been this way for about the best part of 2 months now, and it continued tonight. What they did, just, once again, excellent all around. Whoever's responsible for the creative of this segment, in this storyline, be that Roman Reigns himself, Paul Heyman, Vince, the writing staff, Bruce Pritchard, whoever's responsible for this, just take a bow. This thing is just excellent tonight. Jey Uso, well, for one, we had the opening segment where Roman Reigns made Jey Uso, not face his fears, but, Roman Reigns made Jey Uso face the consequences of the loss of Hell in a Cell. So that was a really good opening segment that I'll talk more about in a minute. And then the main event, which was Jey Uso versus Daniel Bryan, where the winner gets a spot in the Survivor Series team for SmackDown. That match ended with Jey Uso winning, and then the post-match, Jey Uso just joins Roman Reigns. He aligns with Roman Reigns. You see it in the thumbnail. Awesome stuff. The storytelling is just so compelling. It's awesome to see just a great pro wrestling story being told, and one that every week a segment happens that's actually meaningful and stuff's actually happening. It's not like with this, for example, Seth Rollins, Dominic Mysterio, Murphy, Aaliyah, like this whole thing that's just dragging on, and the stuff you're just thinking, what is this? Like this main event storyline, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, they can't put a foot wrong, can they? So they open the show tonight with this Roman Reigns makes Jey Uso face the consequences segment. So Roman Reigns comes out, as you should have Roman Reigns open the show. Reigns comes out, Paul Heyman once again looking at the Universal title for the majority of it, not looking at Reigns, just looking at the title. Jey Uso's already in the ring, so Reigns gets in the ring, and they do this really emotional back and forth. It's like this 7 to 8 minute promo back and forth. Jey Uso tears up because of how emotional this whole thing is, because essentially Reigns is kind of one disowning him from the family, saying that all the Bloodline were in support of Roman Reigns. Arthur, Sika, everyone, they're all in support of Reigns. Jey Uso has no one anymore, and Jey Uso was tearing up, and Reigns was so Jey Uso's oh, I hate you, man. The storytelling is just phenomenal. These two are doing an excellent job. So that was a really good opening segment, and that set up the emotional Jey Uso for the match versus Daniel Bryan in the main event. So I thought that was really good. The main event itself, Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso, I've seen some people already be like, oh, well, I don't know if I like the fact that Jey Uso beat Daniel Bryan. This is Daniel Bryan. And to that I say this. Daniel Bryan, in this recent, in 2020, let's say, in 2020, Daniel Bryan has been basically void of a real kind of character. Yes, he's Daniel Bryan, but that's just a name. What's he bringing to the table at the moment? His current thing is that he's the typical IWC, not smark, but, fan of wrestlers who deserve an opportunity. That's what Daniel Bryan's character is. So Jey Uso beat him, as he should have. Daniel Bryan doesn't have any momentum going, so Jey Uso beating him was the right call. And afterwards, brilliant storytelling. Jey Uso aligns with Roman Reigns. He hits a couple of splashes on Daniel Bryan, hits a splash through the table, beats up Daniel Bryan. Reigns smiles and walks off. So, phenomenal storytelling. This, what they're doing is far and away the best thing in WWE. It's not even close. It is not close as far as what's most captivating, what draws the most attention on social media, what people care about most. It's the most interesting thing on the show. So that was the Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Bloodline, Paul Heyman storyline for this week. That's what they did. Awesome stuff. So that was that. The rest of SmackDown, I described it on Twitter as Monday Night Raw only painted blue with Roman Reigns. That's how I described the rest of SmackDown. The rest of SmackDown, it was fine. It wasn't bad. If you're saying this is bad, I don't know what you're watching. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of dull. They did the whole thing with Aaliyah Mysterio and Murphy kissing, which has created a bunch of just a circus on social media, because people either pretend to care and pretend to get offended to look, like white knights on social media, or people genuinely care and they're legitimately offended over this, or people are offended that people are offended. So either way, it's a social media just calamity. This storyline's made to get people riled up, and I guess that's what WWE is there for. It gets people talking, gets some engagement. So, in that regard, I'm fine with it. I don't really care. Like, personally, the Seth Rollins, Mysterios, Murphy, Aaliyah thing, I'm just over it. This storyline's been going since bloody May. It's now literally November. Like, it's the last day of October for me. So, this storyline's been going on too long. I don't really care. Like, as I tweeted, just get the wedding segment between Murphy and Aaliyah over with, and we can move on with this storyline. Alright, I just don't care. That's how I see it. It's been going on so long. I guess they're giving us, like, thumbnail, potential with the Murphy and Aaliyah thing, but I just don't care. So, that was that. As for the rest of this show, you see it on screen now. Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, they had a Survivor Series men's, spot match or whatnot. So, Kevin Owens beat Ziggler. Does anyone really care? I mean, Kevin Owens, his ring gear just looks ridiculous. He looks like literally a guy off the street. And he did to begin with, considering his body type, but he's literally just looks like a guy off the street. Ziggler doesn't look that much better. It's just a mediocre. The match was fine. I don't really care. So, I mean, that was that. Next week, we're seeing Sasha Banks vs. Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. That, I'm sure, is going to get some eyebrows raised, because obviously, as we know, or most of us know, Sasha Banks has a shocking history of defending titles. She's won a title, lost it a day after, won a title, lost it the week after, won a title, lost it a month later. Sasha Banks, can she win this match and keep the title through to Survivor Series? Waits to be seen. You think she will, because Bayley winning the title wouldn't make sense, but this is WWE, and I'm sure Bayley could well and truly win, just so that Vince can have a laugh at wrestling Twitter getting so pissed off, because boy, oh boy, wowee, if Sasha Banks loses this match, imagine wrestling Twitter. Oh my god. I can't wait to see the feigned outrage from wrestling Twitter if she loses. Oh my god. It will be something to uphold. So, yeah, that's that. As the rest of this show, there was a Lars Sullivan interview where he got called the Freak about 14 times. There was a Carmella little video package. Not much was said there. There was a women's qualifying match where Bianca Belair beat Natalya and Billie Kay. Moving on. We had, what else? We had a tag team match of Street Profits versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. All you need to know with that match is that Cesaro tossed Montez Ford up like 100 meters in the air, or well, not 100 meters, it was more like about 5 feet in the air, like already. It's on social media, it's a cool little spot. So that happened. Cesaro just flung Montez Ford. That was good, and then that was about it. So yeah, overall SmackDown, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso continue to carry. They continue to do absolute bits on SmackDown. Elsewhere, Aaliyah and Rey Mysterio and Murphy and everything going on with that, I don't care. It just keeps going, and the rest of the show was watchable but not great. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, sub. Here's the drill. See ya.